All right. So, hi, Adrian and Keann. It's nice to meet you, albeit online. First of all, I would like to congratulate you guys for the film that you're part of, The Boy Foretold by the Stars, as an official entry to this year's edition of MMFF. First of all, Adrian, as a multimedia star,
Wow.
how does it feel? Kasi kanina sabi niyo kanina during the press con that you are a multimedia star because you can be seen on different, on different platforms and different mediums. So how does it feel that you're part of this film?
Hindi ko pa rin po ma-explain yung feeling na
Mm-mm.
part ng MMFF yung first na movie ko. Yung movie namin, first din po ni Direk Dolly bilang director and first din po ni Keann. And it's such a special feeling.
Mm-mm.
And I don't know if na-translate namin siya ever into words. But I'm so grateful and honored to be part of the festival, especially among all of the veteran filmmakers and actors. And nagpapasalamat po kami sa panel ng MMFF at sa mga producers nitong pelikulang ito, sila Miss Jody, Clever Minds, Kuya Derek, Nay Omar, Miss Pat. Papasalamat din po kami syempre sa naunang naniwala sa script na ito sa Cine Filipino Film Festival. Ayun po. Thank you for taking a chance on this film.
Keann, I was trying to look for your film credits online, and I could see that you're part of the film Santiguar, and part of your filmography, yung Tadhana. Now this film, an entry to the MMFF, does it somehow boost your confidence being an actor to be part of this film?
Yes, but it's not due to the fact that it's part of the MMFF.
Right.
It boosted my confidence because our director and the whole production, the whole team believed that I was right for this role. Na I was out of the many people put on audition through. He believed in me that I was right for this role, and that gave me more confidence because, in a way, this is a blessing in disguise. I mean, because of him, he also pushed the fact that in business, because originally this was supposed to be Cine Filipino, and then now we moved this to MMFF, and now it got into the official entry, and I already got enough confidence that he gave me a chance to be part of this wonderful movie, and then now we get to be part of this great season in our life. Now we get to be part of the MMFF. So like, part of it, yes, it's from the MMFF, but majority of it is from Dirk Dolly believing in me and seeing potential in me when it comes to being part of this movie.
Okay. Now, I want to ask, on the point of view of your characters, what's the story of the Boy Foretold by the Stars all about? And what message does your character would like to convey? Let's start with Adrian.
So here, sa The Boy Foretold by the Stars po, ang character na biniplay ko ay si Dominic. And si Dominic ay isang senior high school student. He's uptight, he is an achiever, he knows what he wants, and he's a student leader. Very logical siya, and hindi siya naniniwala dito sa hula. Pero nung hinulaan nga siya ni Baby R, who's played by Mama Iya Mina, nung hinulaan siya na mamimit niya na yung soulmate niya, incidentally nakilala niya si Luke, yung character ni Luke, played by Keann. And suddenly, lahat ng pinaniniwalaan ni Dominic ay magbabago or mabubuwag.
Based on your character, what's the core message of the film?
That love knows no gender. That it is possible for effeminate little gay boys to experience a love like that.
So nice to put it. Now, let's talk about Luke. Keann, let's talk about your character.
Okay, ako naman po, my character Luke is more is a athletic type na very boy next door. He's somewhat introvert then. The pinaka gist of it is na he is very mysterious, but once you get to know him, eventually you'll be able to fall in love with him as well. Luke's story naman is he's a straight boy in high school, but he will come up with a few hurdles in his life. For example, there will be a falling out with him and his girlfriend, and because of that, he'll want to find himself, and that's where he meets Dominique on a special retreat. And soon enough, that's where they become best friends, and that's where our story will kick off.
And with that journey, what does Luke want to tell the audience?
Actually, it's sort of the same with what Adrian said, na love knows no gender, because throughout this whole story, what's amazing about this is na if you look at Luke and Dominique's relationship, you can tell that there is no discrimination whatsoever. Hindi porket gay si Dominique na Luke looks at him any different. And I think that's sort of the reason that sort of open-mindedness is sort of the reason why they became best friends, and that's sort of the reason why they make such a perfect pair, because he looks past that. And he became vulnerable to Dominique to the point na eventually he starts to develop feelings for Dominique. And again, I cannot stress this enough. There was really no discrimination. Kaya nakakatuwa yung point na parang he's a straight man falling in love with a gay man. I mean, what's not nakakakilig about that? I mean, there is a chance in the world para sa mga LGBT. Alam mo yung sinasabi na iba na parang hindi straight yan, hindi niya magugustuhan. No! May chance din yun. You just have to be the right person for them.
Correct.
And Dominique was that right person for Luke.
That's why Adrian said in the story, parang your spouse is that love knows no gender. There's no boundary. Do you guys know each other before being part of this film?
Yeah.
Nagkatrabaho na kami sa isa pang production before this, and di pa po napapalabas yung pelikula. So yes, may familiarity na.
Pero you're not that close, hindi naman.
Doon sa pelikulang po yun, hindi naman po kami naging close kasi hindi kami magkapares. Ang kapares ni Keann nun ay si Trina Legaspi.
Pero what's your impression of each other before this film? Adrian?
Nung nakilala ko po siya before this film, I thought that he was very nice to everyone that he worked with. And wala po siyang ere katrabaho, very professional. Hindi siya na-late, tapos ready siya sa set. Yun po yung napansin ko. At saka mabait siya makitungo sa lahat. And ayun, when he became on board this project, I got excited kasi more than anything, the film means so much pala sa kanya. Meaning nung film, nitong pelikulang to sa kay Keann is a lot deeper than what I knew. So, ayun, na-excite ako.
How about you, Keann? What's your impression of Adrian?
Ako po, my first impression with Adrian, when we met on the film beforehand, he was very passionate about what he did. I could tell na he was very good at it. He was very professional as well. Very lively on set, especially because sa film na shoot namin, he was working with Trina, and ang role niya dun was best friend ni Trina. Talagang he played his role to the point, like spot on. It was very supportive of yung best friend niya doon, and that was very inspiring seeing him work. Then I got to work with him personally. That's when we met on The Boy Foretold, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is it. I get to work with him. And then throughout the whole process, before, during, and after shooting the movie, talagang tama yung first impression ko sa kanya. Talagang passionate siya with what he does. He has from working to his advocacies to just being an overall friend.
Right.
Of course, we chatted before, during, and after the shoot. Then, because of course we had to, get to know each other, establish each other's chemistry on and off set.
Right.
And I can tell that. What I can tell you guys about Adrian is talagang he's a genuinely nice person. very professional. Literal, wala akong masamang masasabi kay Adrian. And then working with him, talagang kinikilig ako lagi sa mga scenes namin. And you can see din sa trailer, talagang kakagigil si Adrian lagi kapag
So everything was validated.
Yes, everything was validated. That's true.
Now, Adrian, kanina sa press con, you mentioned that you wanted to stay in the business and act like, Ed Garcia levels or act as long as you can. Bakit? And why of all professions? Why being an actor?
Kuya Nikki, nung na-discover ko yung pag-arte, ayoko na siyang pakawalan kasi finally may purpose na yung existence ko. Ganon siya ka-deep sa akin kasi acting came later on. My discovery of this passion, of this purpose of mine, hindi lang siya trabaho. It's a purpose. It's the reason why I wake up every single day. And iba siguro yung pakiramdam kung mas maaga ko siyang na-discover in life. If dati kasi I grew up around this industry because my dad is a director. So I grew up around mga TV sets, movie sets, mga artista. And I always imagined myself working on the set as part of the production. Just like my dad and my uncle and my auntie. And yun yung career path na gusto kong puntahan noon. Pero mahilig talaga ako kumanta.
Right.
Sa karaoke, sa choir, sa simbahan, and for fun lang. But when Kuya Germs told me na pwede daw ako mag-artista, sinubukan ko. Pero nga hindi nag-work out yung pagiging singer ko. So naging stylist ako. I was wardrobe stylist for 3 years. I did that for 3 years bago ako nagteatro. Nung nagteatro ako, sinugalan ko lang yun. Parang 1 taon ako na nag-theater productions, and we all know how hard it is to make money in theater. But I was enjoying every single second, discovering character, lahat yung buong craft ng pag-arte, na-discover ko yun, and it was so beautiful to me. And my first acting teacher in my very first production in Ateneo Blue Repertory told me that I should pursue acting as a career, si Missy Maramara. And so I held on to that. And I auditioned for Rock of Ages sa PETA. I got in. Napanood ako ng mga boss ng ABS-CBN who are also family friends of mine. Panood nila ako sa Rock of Ages and nakita nila siguro yung passion ko sa stage na yun, sa entablado. Especially working with all these veteran actors and actresses who are also very amazing singers. And each second was just a moment of gratitude on that stage. And it's no different every second sa Kadenang Ginto. Nung nilagay ako ng mga boss natin sa Kadenang Ginto, every moment din na yun, tinetreasure ko yung mga natutunan ko na pag-iyak ng 3:00 ng umaga, yung ganon. Ayun, hanggang ngayon, it still makes me kilig na umaarte ako in front of the camera or on stage.
Well, obviously, you're glad with the decision that you made na sugalan ng pag-arte. Keann, do you have the same vision? I mean, do you see yourself staying in this industry?
Well, in the beginning, like I've told others na rin na parang when I started off in this industry, I really didn't see myself doing this. I was very introverted din talaga eh. I thought na parang, like for example, because ang pinush sa akin nung umpisa was modeling. I was just like,
Right.
I'm not meant for stuff like this. Hindi ako mahilig sa ganito, ganyan. I love playing video games, reading books, staying inside, in short. Like before this whole pandemic thing started, I was already self-quarantined. Ganun ako eh. But then, of course, my parents pushed me to at least try. And once I got hooked on it, dun ko lang na-realize na, okay, fine. I think they saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. And then that's where it all started. Tapos, that's where I branched into commercial modeling, and I got my first commercial the first year I started then. And dun, nagdara-diretso. I got into TV5, and then I got another commercial. Then it all started rolling in, and that's if we're talking about a long-term basis, like let's say in the future, if I still keep doing this, yes, I still see myself doing this in the future. But of course, I also have other dreams that I want to pursue. Like, for example, I want to be a doctor. Until now, I'm still studying, and I'm in college right now. I'm studying Bachelor of Science in Biology.
Wow.
And thank you. And I still want to pursue my acting career because, especially now, while it's still in heat, I think now is the best time I really go 110%, or actually not even 110%. I go 300, 400% all in on it. That's why I'm really, really active ngayon, and I wanna make the best of it. Make every moment count habang pwede pa. And because I know, acting isn't forever. So I'm enjoying it while it still lasts. But I also have a backup if ever, like, again, I still want to be a doctor and push it.
Okay, ganito na lang. How do you see yourself professionally in the next 5 or 10 years?
How do I see myself professionally? I see myself, this is just like pinaka realistic point of view ko seeing myself. Kasi some people would say na parang, no, I see myself becoming rich and famous and stuff like that. I see myself graduating college and finishing proper med. And because my plan is once I finish, I'm gonna be an anesthesiologist. So it's a good career. At the same time, I will still try to pursue acting because I'm not doing it for work or as a job. I'm doing it just for the love of it. I mean, talagang if I see myself na parang I'm just doing it for the money and whatnot, then I should stop because this isn't the point. I'm here to make people happy, make them smile, make them mad at me if ever kontrabida ako or something. That's the point of doing it. And that's sort of the vision I see. I'm trying to balance both of it. Being a doctor and being an actor at the same time. And actually, I'm sort of doing that now. So my goal is 5 to 10 years from now is still somewhat the same. I'll still try to balance my work and my Pero if ever, like, let's say one triumphs over the other, I'll eventually have to choose. Like, for example, if my acting career starts to fall, and to be honest, we'll all have that moment. Then I'll focus on being a doctor. But if it starts to go up even higher, and I become one of those veteran actors that we all know and love, then I'll have to bring it down a bit.
Okay.
I still want to be a doctor sa totoo lang talaga, but I'll have to bring it down and focus on my acting career kasi talaga, again, I'm passionate about what I do and I still want to keep pushing it.
Yeah, that's very realistic. Right now, the biggest challenge, well, of course, we are in the middle of a pandemic and everything is online, and MMFF this year is quite experimental in a sense that, everything is online, everything, watch movies, series online. Now, talking about your film, ano ang bentahe ng pelikula nyo? What's the strength of your film that would make the audience watch it? Let's start with Adrian.
Well, una sa lahat, parte siya ng pinakamalaking film festival sa bansa, MMFF. And it came at the most perfect time na before, nung ginagawa naman namin tong pelikulang to, hindi pa ganun ka-boom yung BL genre dito sa Pilipinas. So we weren't thinking about that. But we focused on creating a film that is na may kalidad. Kasi yun yung matagal nang hinihintay at yun yung deserve ng community natin. And I think also it features a femme lead character that we don't get to see much in media. So representation matters. And finally, all of the little gay boys like me and my little cousins who are also femme na meron silang representation na mapapanood nila yung sarili nila. Representation ng sarili nila for the first time sa mainstream media. And also, it was shot before the pandemic. So wala siyang restrictions ng COVID.
Thank you, Adrian. Keann, what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I completely agree with Adrian on why we think, because how do I put this? First of all, yeah, there we have an FM male DL actor, or sorry, a character
Mhm.
in the movie, and you don't see that a lot sa mga BL series or movies na pinapalabas ngayon. And I'm glad na Adrian was chosen for that specific reason.
Mhm.
There's also the fact that this is one of the first BL movies here in the Philippines, and of course, we want to make sure that the impact we're making is memorable. We want to
Okay.
make sure this story is shown ng wait, how do I put this? We want to make sure that this movie is portrayed the way we want to portray it. Na it could relate to our audience. Na they feel all the emotions that we're supposed to try to portray sa characters namin. And of course, lastly, we were gracious enough na it got into the Metro Manila Film Festival. So it means na parang they saw something in our movie that uh, they saw something in our movie to the point that they wanted to help us tell our story.
Okay. It's nice to hear. Now, let's do a little fast talk. I ask you a few questions and I ask you to give just brief answers. Okay? So, my first question, Adrian, what's your favorite color?
Color, pink.
Pink. Kian, what's the
Purple.
color of love and why?
Oh, what's the color of love and why? Actually, that's sort of the reason. Okay, red. When you see, kasi, for example, everywhere when you see the reference of love, you always see, like, let's say a red heart.
Mhm.
Or when it comes to Valentine's Day or Cupid or what, all you see is red. And to me, kasi red is a very passionate color. When you see it, you can't help but fall in love with that color.
Mhm. I'm guessing Kian is a very romantic person.
Yes, actually, I'm a hopeless romantic when it comes to being in a relationship,
Right.
and I love making surprises for my significant other. Ayan.
Okay, let's go. Let's continue. Adrian, give me three actors that you look up to.
Um, Maricel Soriano, Judy Ann Santos, and Dimples Romana.
Wow. Now, Kian, give me three celebrities that you would want to meet in person.
Three celebrities that I would want to
Meet in person.
meet in person. First of all, talagang, because we all know why, is John Lloyd Cruz.
Wow.
He is an amazing actor, and I really want to learn how he does it. You know, whenever, like, alam mo, there's not one movie that he is in that we don't cry or fall in love with him, and I want to know how he does it. He makes a good first impression every time. And Johnny Depp.
Johnny
I
Depp.
know, yeah, Johnny Depp, because he's a very good character actor. There was a point na parang, for example, in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, I
Mhm.
didn't even know it was him until I saw the credits. I'm like, wait, that's him? Oh my gosh, he looks so different. And talagang even the personality in, for example, in Pirates of the Caribbean, talagang he was that character, and he can turn it on and off even during press cons and whatnot. And that's just amazing, a different level of acting.
And
And
finally,
uh, hmm, lastly, either Angelina Jolie or Kate Beckinsale.
okay, thank you. Now, I know that Love Yourself is part of this film, one of your supporters. So, Adrian, although, yeah, Love Yourself is part of this film, I would like to ask, give me one thing that you hate about yourself and why.
Siguro do I have anything that I hate about myself? Parang sobrang dumaan ako sa matinding proseso ng self-love.
Okay.
para umabot sa kung nasaan ako ngayon.
Or something that you'd like to improve on na lang.
Sige. Siguro yung pagiging uptight ko, yung pagiging perfectionist ko, and yung pagiging I have a tendency kasi to be so formal with people, and I was bullied kasi in the past, and I guess kaya naging ganun ako na parang merong defenses, and parang some people tell me na meron akong walls or na masyado akong formal, and it's kaya I love acting because acting gives me a chance to let those walls down and be vulnerable.
I was about to ask, what do you do to overcome it? So acting is your parang
it's a way for me to connect to that part of myself. It's hard. It's hard for me to let those walls down in real life as Adrian.
I see. Now, Keann, give me one thing that you like about your co-star.
I said this then earlier, but the one thing I don't like, I love about my co-star is his passion about everything he does. From working to his advocacy to his friends and family, this person has a different level of passion in everything he does.
I like the way Adrian smiles right now. Anyway, Adrian, what's your biggest achievement as an actor?
The biggest achievement? Pakiramdam ko ngayon, yung kinapitan nila si Neil sa kadena dito. Kasi for you to, para maalala mo yung isang supporting character, for me, that's an achievement. And I think, pag napanood nila itong pelikulang to, sana kapitan din nila si Dominic, and that will be an achievement. Or an even bigger achievement. More than the awards.
Yeah, true.
It's pagka minahal nila si Dominic.
Okay. Do you guys believe in law of attraction?
Yes.
Yes, 100%.
My first question, Keann. Give me one instance in your life when the law of attraction worked its magic.
One reason.
One instance, one episode in your life.
One episode. Me and my acting career. This wasn't. I was pushed into modeling, but acting, I wasn't pushed into it. I was pulled into it by the love of just seeing myself on screen, and how I see so much potential in myself. But I just pulled me into it. I wasn't forced into it. I wasn't interrogating about do this, do that. No, I was just like, no, I think I want to do this. There's some part of me that's just like, I want to be an actor. And I think that's one of the few instances. Some of them would be like relationships or just being a doctor.
How about you, Adrian?
A lot of my projects sa acting career ko are because of law of attraction. I ask for projects talaga, specifically in prayer. And it's no different for The Boy Foretold by the Stars. Nag-audition ako for The Boy Foretold December last year, 2019. And I asked for a project like this around August or September. Sabi ko, gusto ko ng pelikula na bibida ako tapos love story siya. Because it's, during that time, wala pang BL eh. So hindi pa usual na may love story yung mga kagaya ko. Lalo na effeminate gay people like me. Madalas nakikita natin ang mga sarili natin na sa comedy or best friend ng bidang babae, kapatid, tulad ni Neil. Pero hindi, madalang na makakapanood tayo ng love story ng dalawang lalaki. And yun yung hiningi ko. And the universe gave it to me after just a few months.
The universe
so
inspired.
It's amazing.
Okay. Keann, what's your favorite scene in the movie?
favorite scene ko, and I'm sure Adrian agrees then, is you can see it in the trailer then, so it's not much of a spoiler, but it's where Dominique confesses to Luke. Yung mismo line na parang, you're the one I'm destined to be with, you're the one I'm destined to love. And that you can tell na from that point of our story na it becomes really deep, and we end up having emotional connections with each other. And if you really watch the movie, you can tell na there's the love that we both established, both of our characters established with each other.
Right. Adrian, what's your favorite line? What's your favorite line in the movie?
Siguro, yun din. Galing sa eksenang yun na para wala din ako mag-giveaway na anything. Lumabas naman din siya sa trailer. So yun, yung line na, you're the one I'm destined to love. And I know you feel this. You're the one I'm destined to love. Ikaw yun, Luke, and I know you feel the same way.
Wow.
Yun.
Okay, for my last two questions. Keann, why should we watch the movie The Boy Foretold by the Stars?
Because this movie was, and I'm sure Adrian would agree, this movie was a labor of love, and you'll all relate to the story. Luke and Dominique go through a roller coaster of emotions from starting off from their friendship. You'll feel love, you'll feel hate, anger, you'll feel sadness. This movie, it hits different. You see, sa totoo lang, this love story you see in other love stories then, pero watching it then,
it's
not the same. It's gonna give yes, that's true. It's gonna give a different experience. It's unique pa rin kahit paano, and I could give you so many reasons to watch this movie, but I'm speechless right now. I think Adrian has a better way of putting it.
Well, I'm going to ask Adrian, but I'm going to give it a twist. Why should we not watch your movie?
You should not watch the movie if you do not want a film that will give you everything that you need on Christmas. Dahil kompleto sa Ricardo's ang pelikulang ito.
Yeah.
Papakiligin ka, papatawanin ka, papaiyakin ka. Basta matutuwa ka sa pelikulang to. Kompleto sa Ricardo's siya. Kung ayaw mo nun, huwag mo panoorin.
That's a better way to put it. It's been a nice virtual chat with you guys. Thank you for your time. And of course, before we wrap things up, can you invite our viewers to watch your film? So let's start with Adrian muna.
Hello everyone! Hello Kuya Nikki. Maraming salamat for having us dito sa Manila Standard. We are inviting you guys to watch The Boy Foretold by the Stars. Unahin niyo po yan sa Metro Manila Film Festival 2020. Maaari niyong panoorin sa upstream.ph simula December 25, Christmas Day. Available na ang tickets ngayon, at para sa mga taga-abroad, pwede na kayo bumili ng tickets simula December 18.
Yes, and of course, don't forget to follow our Facebook and Twitter, and also follow the Facebook and Twitter of The Boy Foretold by the Stars for more updates on our movie. And don't forget to use our official hashtag MMFF on Upstream and hashtag Love Wins This Christmas.
Well, thank you very much, and congratulations to the both of you, and good luck to your film.
Thank you
po. Thank you po.
Now, before we go, bonus question lang. If there's one film in the MMFF lineup na gusto niyong panoorin apart from your film, anong film daw?
Fangirl.
Fangirl, why?
Actually, Fangirl din.
Bakit ang Fangirl?
Dahil fan ako ni April, fan ako ni Charlie, and fan din ako ni Direk Tonet. And marami akong kaibigan na nakapanood na maraming magagandang sinabi tungkol sa pelikulang yun. So, yun.
Thanks, Adrian. Keann, why Fangirl?
Yeah, besides the good reviews, I also saw the trailer during the announcement of the official lineup of the MMFF. The trailer itself got me hooked. It's not there's not much to explain about it, but you can tell that the story's good just by the trailer. And it's interesting enough na besides the movie na we're gonna watch yung The Boy Foretold na we're a part of, I also want to watch Fangirl. It's to that point.
Yeah. Actually, maganda yung Fangirl.
Napanood niyo na?
Hindi, yung trailer lang din. Kasi na-interview ko si Charlie a few weeks ago. So, yeah. At saka iba yung acting niya dun eh.
Yes, napakahusay talaga ni Charlie kahit saan naman. Nakagaling.
So yun. Again, salamat sa inyong time. I really appreciate it. And good luck
Thank
sa
you, Nikki.
pelikula. Sabi nga ni Bix ang usapan namin, kayo yung kayo yung number one. Kasi you're offering something different and, wala lang.
Sana magbilang anghel ka.
Sana. Yeah. Crossing fingers.
Okay, again, thank you and congratulations sa film nyo. Hindi pala, good luck.
Thank you
po. Thank you.
Correct.
Okay, again, salamat.
Salamat po.
Thanks everyone. Thanks Nikki.
Exit na kami,
Thanks
Kuya
Adrian.
Gil.
Yay! Thank you again. Bix, thank
Bye
you.
po.
May next link ako send. Thank you.
Okay, bye.